Good afternoon, comrade subscribers. Thought we'd have a look at some Western models, Sony's westernized versions of their data Discman. So we've got the DD-1EX, which supports the EBG standard, which is basically the same as the original Japanese standard. And then we've got a DD8. So I think we'll look at the DD8 first, maybe, because obviously the DD1 we can compare it with the Japanese models. But the DD8 is quite interesting, actually. I quite like the design. How neat's that? It's pretty cool. So it's plastic case. Disc goes in at the bottom. Just got a slider on the side here. I think you push it forward and the disc pops out like that. So yeah, so I've got batteries in here, just some AA's. What else have we got? So we've got the eject button. Oh, we've got a little reset. Oh, okay, a little reset button there on the top. Power on off, contrast, video out again. And up here actually we can choose between NTSC and PAL. Which is actually interesting because it's not color. So PAL and NTSC, that's color encoding. But anyway, whatever. DC in, so 6 volts in. Standard kind of yellow Sony power adapter, headphones and volume on the side. Interestingly, when I got this, it had a rattle, like there was something loose inside. So I rattled around, couldn't get it out until I opened the disc mouth, and I finally got it out. This popped out. Yes, surface mount capacitor. So looks like I'm gonna have to open this up. It's working, so I can show you. Shall I hook up the video? Shall I do the video capture or not? Let's see. So here we've got Compton's Concise Encyclopedia. So EBG standard. So once again, pretty. You just pop it open like this, and you can get the 8cm CD out of it if you want. Actually, the interesting thing with these also is that apparently on the Western one there is a Windows emulator for these devices. Now these came out in the 90s, so it'll be probably like Windows 95 era. Don't know if it'll work today, but we'll see if we can give it a go. Anyway, it goes in there. Power on the side. And there we go. One, blah, 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 blah. Word search, end word, keyword menu, graphic search. I don't know what's graphic search. Great. Each picture has 3 options. See the next picture, see the previous picture, see the article for the picture. Okay. Alright, so I guess you press 3 to continue on. Aachen, no, West Germany. West Germany. Oh, okay. Anyway, whatever. 1990, so so obviously pre-90. Oh no, 80. No, 80. When was Berlin Wall? When was reunification? Late 80s, wasn't it? Interesting. Anyway, so that's the DD8. It's I quite like it. It's got a keyboard, kind of like you could imagine something on Star Trek. Yeah. So I have to pull this apart to find out where this capacitor's gone. Let's have a look at the DD1X. Put that away. Turn it off first. Put this away. Okay. Well, I'll also get the Japanese model as well. Okay, so this is the Japanese one, the DD1, and as I showed last time, it's got that 90s really bad rubberized coating that's disgusting today. So let's have a look. Let's get this out. Get this out of the way. Okay, English manual, manuals for the software, Compton's Concise Encyclopedia, the Wellness Encyclopedia, and World Travel Translator. Okay. What else we got? Okay, so pretty standard 9-volt power supply. Okay, here's our AV out cable. I might use that. I don't know if this works actually. Let's check that. And as with the other one, we've got a NiCad. This is feels like it's got the rubbery coating and it's starting to get a little sticky. So this is the actual NiCad rechargeable battery pack, and this is the battery pack unopened until now. This is the battery pack that allows you to put in AA batteries just by sliding this off gently, which we'll do later. And here's the unit itself. It seems to be a slightly well, it's a different color, slightly different color, but it is getting sticky. So original Japanese model here. So DD-1, and then this is the multilingual data Discman DD-1 EX on the other side. So pretty much the same, I'm expecting. Yep, 9 volts in. Oh, okay, again we've got NTSC and PAL video standard selection, which we don't have on here. It'll be just NTSC. Video out, and then that. So I don't know, both of these, my original Japanese ones don't work. I don't know if this one works. Put that down there, push that in. So starting to get sticky. So pretty much the same, except it's just English versus Japanese, really. And then, okay, we've got European characters here, umlauts and various bits and pieces. Oh, and this one's got a light, backlight on and off. Does that automatic on this one, or does it not have a backlight? That's interesting. So we've got a light on off. Starting to get sticky. Right. Don't know if push this in, just lift this up. So I think this one, because it's like this, I think you can actually just put the CD in, like an audio CD. Not sure. Okay, let's try and power it up. Let me get my step-down converter and power it up. If it doesn't power up, let's pull it apart. Okay, power's on. And I think, do I hold that down? Well, screen's come on. It's very dark. Where's contrast? At least the screen is working. Well, maybe it is. Contrast on the side. No. Doesn't seem to be making any difference. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. It's either completely dark. Sorry, can't see that, can you? Does the backlight work? It's either completely dark, or, well, I haven't put any software in, so maybe it doesn't work. Let's see. It's just, gross. Okay, well, there we go. Let's try the wellness. Push it in like that. Turn it on. Not hold it on, I think. Okay, I can hear it spinning. I can see text on the screen, but yeah, there's all that. So I'd say the screen's shot. Maybe it's a common issue with these DD-1 models. Yeah, it's either you can yeah, you can make out that there is text, but yeah, nah, screenshot. That's cool. I'll just try the Japanese one quickly. Off. And just to confirm. Oh, I have to wash my hands after handling these. Ah, okay. Doesn't fit. Of course it doesn't. Alright, let me change converters. Okay. Push that in, lift that up. Ooh, smaller screen actually. Did just realise that. Screen is actually smaller on the original. There we go. Right, lift that up. Try this software. And power on. I can hear the disc spinning. Contrast. No, the screen's completely dead. Just in the contrast, not getting anything. That's fine. Get the disc out first. Alright, which one should we pull apart? Pull the Japanese one apart. Pull the Japanese one apart, shall we? Right, I've removed the two small screws there. That's the only screws I can find on the bottom here. There's some more screws on the back here. I'll just try those two small screws first. I'm just going to come up the back, or am I going to have to, I reckon probably have to undo those screws as well. Okay, there's one there. Okay, so the battery, alright, okay, so this battery thing here has got 4 screws. Okay, but I think it's, there we go, there's one recessed in there. I think that's to do with the back, this bottom shell. I think, no idea. I do actually have a proper spudger I should be using. There we go. I think it was coming up. Yep. Starting to sweat again. There we go. Make sure nothing's attached. Typical. It's like typical Japanese electronics of the time. It's like, so dense. So densely packed. Okay. So we've got the reset button there. Right, where to next? Screw there, screw there. So there's 2 screws there that I can see. Alright, there's a screw at the front there as well. Of course, got to be careful you don't lose all the, how far in am I zoomed? Got to be careful you don't lose all the bits, all the plastic bits as well. I'm probably not going to put this back together, so I think this is going to be a one-way trip. Just trying to keep track of all the different screws. Okay, so that's that done. Just gonna, does it just flip up, or does it pull forward and flip up? Alright, it pulls forward and flips up. Okay, that's that cable out. Oh, there's another one underneath it. Okay. That's those two done. some tape there. What's this tape for? Some tape there as well, or maybe some sort of insulation tape. So and looks like there's a small screw here. Right. Okay. Right, so just lift this up. Okay. Push that forward. I'm assuming that should come out now. Oh, hang on, it's taped to this one as well. What's this? Let's just pull this tape up off the PCB, maybe. Okay. Mind you, I really need glasses because I can't. Is that another flat film connector? Maybe. So that comes out. What is that? Was it just some tape? I'm going to have a closer look at that. Not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. I don't want to. Oh, is that a bit of copper? Like a. Oh, sorry, my finger's getting in the way. Maybe some sort of grounding or something, perhaps. All right, I'll be careful. I just want to. Can I just cut this tape that's connecting? Yeah, I think that's some sort of grounding. A bit of copper connected to it. That's annoying. Alright, let me get this sorted. So, looked like it was soldered, like a bit of copper soldered down. So I didn't want to rip it, so I just heated up the solder and it came off. So that's that one done. Oh, wifey's trying to call me from England. Apparently 2 degrees where she is in Hartlepool. So I'll better stop this and have a chat to her. Right, where were we? So that's all those come off. That's the volume. Volume button on the front. Holding that in. Some wiring at the back here as well. Okay. What else was holding it down? Oh, okay, there's contrast on the side here as well. Contrast knob. Power supply. Okay. Cool, alright. 3 tiny little wires holding it on there. So I probably could take a photo of them and desolder them so I remember where they are. Okay. Wow, big Sony chip there. Cool. Alright, well I might just take a photo of these 3 wires so I remember where they are and then just desolder them. I think that'd be the easiest way to carry on. Just for memory. Oh, they're labelled, are they? Ground. Bat and charge. Okay, ground, battery and charge. Easy to remember. Okay, continuing on. Got some tape and some more thin film connectors. Is this tape? What sort of tape is it? That's lifting something up. Let's just undo this connector. Oh, okay, looks like it's another one of these kind of copper grounding strips. There's a big blob of solder there, isn't there? So I guess, whoops, guess we just need to do this perhaps. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's a bit easier, isn't it? Okay. And then, okay, again, we've got more, yeah, okay. Solder blobs there. Over there. Oh, okay, that makes it much easier. It helps when you know what you're doing. Well, not that I know what I'm doing, but let's turn this around. So these 2 are taped together. Can I just pull that tape off? Okay. So I can remove that one. Right. And a blue wire. Okay, what's this blue wire doing? That is connected to there. Alright, let's have a... I'll just desolder that blue wire as well, I guess. Let's have a close-up. What does it say? Ground? Is it another ground, I think? This is as close as I can get. A ground or something like that. Alright. So, but that looks like to be a solder blob. I can just... It does look like it's an arrow and ground. Alright. Just trying to zoom out, press the wrong button. Okay. Oh, okay. So, oh, there we go. So if your screen is faulty, then it's pretty simple. Just onto the, so this you can actually probably, that's from your bottom board, I guess. One of these ones. So I wonder if there's some way you can actually test your screen. I guess you need to figure out. So there's more screws on the side here. So this is how we're going to pull apart the screen, I guess. So what we're left with is basically we've got the keypad in this section here, and then we've got this drive mechanism there. So let's just pull apart the screen. I'm assuming this is how you do it. Oh, there we go. One screw out, take the other screw out. Okay. So it looks like there's a seam there. Maybe. There we go. Just all click together, I guess. Yeah. I don't think there's any more screws. No, it's just all clipped together. Okay, still a bit stuck up here. Okay. Still stuck. There we go. Okay, right. Yep, okay, there we go. Wow, talk about thin. Let's have a closer look. So there we go. How thin is that? So screw, screw, screw. So there's a couple of screws that can take it out. What am I going to do here? Well, I'm not really trying to do a repair because the case is pretty horrible. Probably the DD-1X or 1EX, the Western version, would be worthy to do a repair on because the screen is actually lighting up. Although you can't just swap the screens over because this is the smaller screen. So, yeah. There we go. So I don't know how much more to pull apart on this for you. I don't know if we can figure out. See if we can take this off a bit. I'm assuming this is what drives the drive. Ah, incredible. So there's that bit. And then this is the main bit underneath. I wonder if that's the LCD driver, that one there. Do we have any RAM in this thing? What's this thing here? I guess what I'll do is I'll take some photos and add them to my Patreon for interest. Get all these bits and pieces of tape off. But I think that's enough for tonight. I've got some blank mini CD-Rs. Careful not to break the crystal here. NEC part. There we go. Oh, look at that. Cool. All right. Let's have a look at some of this Western software tomorrow, maybe see if that Windows emulator is on there. Okay, until tomorrow. So I can't remember what I said last night, so it's another day today. But I've done some research, figure out what these main parts are. So go through them if you're interested. So the two boards, I think, well, essentially the data Discman is basically a little mini portable computer with a built-in screen and built-in storage, the CD-ROM drive. So as such, we've got basically I would say the CD-ROM controller board, and then the computer motherboard as well. So this is what was on the bottom. You can see we've got contrast and all the outputs there. So if we want to go through them, so I'd say this is the bottom here. So what have we got? I've got to bring the light over a bit. So this is an NEC part. So I think this one here, what was this one here? I've written it all down. There it is. Okay. So this is an NEC D23C2000, which I think is a 256K masked programmable ROM. Then we've got a D7008 8-bit CPU. So this is basically the processor here. And I think we've got another, I think this is another ROM. This is another NEC ROM, a D23C1000. So this is a 16 kilobyte ROM. And we've got a Sanyo LC9951, I think it is. No, LC89, what is it? 8951. So this is a real-time, just reading it off my list here, real-time error correction host interface processor for CD-ROM. So there's our CD-ROM interface. Down here we've got a Sony part. So there's some Sony CXD8000 series parts. Well, there's two of them that I haven't been able to find. So I think they're probably custom for the data Discman. So this is the CXD8135. So I couldn't find any information on this one here. Then over here we have an SMOS SED1330. So this is the LCD controller. So I think that was the main chips that I could look up. So that's on the motherboard on the bottom. Then on this side we've got this massive Sony. So this is a CXD8111. So again, I think this is one of these custom, perhaps data Discman chips. So I couldn't find any information on this one. I think we've got, and then the rest is RAM, I think. So we've got a Sony, what's it, a Sony CXA1082BQ CD, so 8 kilobyte SRAM, and then we've got a pair of NEC, I think NEC D43256, 64 kilobyte SRAMs there as well. So that's basically it for the computer side of it. And then we've got the smaller CD-ROM controller part here. So let me just change my list. I'll put these up at the end as well. I'll put these on my Patreon as well. Okay, so I'll say that was how it was in the data Discman. So this is, I class what the bottom is. So we've got a Sony CXD1135. So I think this is a digital video encoder. So I think this encodes the video, PAL, CCAM, and all that, I think. And that's basically all there is on that side. And then underneath, what have we got up there? We've got a Motorola part, Motorola MPC1715, so integrated motor, sensor, and driver. So I think this has got a whole bunch of H bridges in here. And then I think we've got some more RAM. What's this one? I can't really. So this is a Sony. I think it's a Sony part. Not really sure. I can't really tell. Well, this is a. Well, we'll go to this one. I can read this one a bit easier. Sony CXA1081. So this is apparently is a CD player RF amplifier. So you see this in in other things. And then over here we've got a Sony CXA1082, so CD player servo signal processor. And then I think this one here, okay, so I think this was a Sony part as well, CXK5816, so that's a 2 kilobyte SRAM. So that's basically it. And then we've got the obviously the CD-ROM drive, the keyboard, and the screen. So there we go. I've got some, I don't like my videos being too long. More tedious than they have to be. So these are the blank CDRs that I got. Well, hopefully they're blank CDRs. So I'm going to try and burn an ISO onto them. Not sure yet. There's a few you can download actually. The CIA World Book, probably from early 90s, bit out of date, but there's a few other things. So yeah, hopefully that was of some interest. I'll continue on with these and try and figure out some more stuff to do. Bye for now.